Oh, hey, everybody. I'm Chad Eckert. This is the Reality Realty show I like to do each Friday morning with a cup of coffee. How are you today? I am a realtor out of the 50th and France office. If you are watching on YouTube, you can see that I'll have my phone number scroll across the bottom. Call me if you need any help buying or selling a home in the state of Minnesota. I have topics each Friday that I like to discuss, a new topic for discussion about the real estate world. And this week's topic is buying a home without an inspection. That's right. Though the market is crazy, low inventory is forcing buyers to do some crazy things. And that means that they're going to offer way more than the asking price. They're going to guarantee low appraisals, and they're going to sometimes waive their inspection contingencies. Well, what does that mean? And is that a good idea? Let's talk about that today, right now, for a couple minutes. If you want to get your offer accepted in this market today, it is May 14th in 2021. It's tough. You might have to waive your inspection in order to be competitive. You might have to do some atypical things that might not be in your best interest. So why would you do that? Well, you're going to have the chance to move in and live in that house. Congratulations. But you didn't have a chance to inspect it. We've been seeing this now for months, that people are waiving their inspections for a chance to actually have the ability to buy a house. Sellers are just saying, no, you can't inspect it, or it can't be contingent on that inspection. Now, I have heard some stories about buyers who buy waiving their inspection only to move in and discover some defects or issues or safety related problems. And then instead of being upset with the seller, no, they're coming back to the realtor and they're saying, hey, buddy, you told me to buy this house without an inspection, and now I've got issues, and now I'm mad. But that's up to the buyer to decide if they want to waive their right to inspect. Most agents are not going to encourage anyone to waive an inspection. You should definitely have an inspection. Sometimes these agents are in a position where, hey, they're at the mercy of their buyer, who's asking the agent, hey, what do I need to do? Oh my gosh, I need this house. And it's like, well, dude, everybody wrote an offer without an inspection. If you write one with an inspection, A, it won't get accepted. B, even if you do inspect and you discover things, they're just going to give you the waive and say, nope, we're not doing anything for you because I got 5 other people in line to buy this place. So even if you do have a contingency to inspect, what are you going to do? You're not going to be able to do anything about what you find. So you might as well just have this no inspection contingent. You just buy the house, no inspection contingent. Yes, sure. Maybe you want to go in there, have an inspector check it out. Do your own inspection, but it's not contingent. You know what you could do is you could say, hey, I want an inspector to come with me to my showing. I've seen this happening more and more. Granted, again, you could write an offer without an inspection, and you do have access to the seller's property disclosure. I did the pod last week about seller's property disclosures. Go back and watch that. You will find out that a seller definitely needs to tell you everything they know about the house. They can't just say, oh, you're running it without an inspection? Ha, ha, ha. Have fun with my crap that I give you. No. I mean, some agents may want to have you as the buyer put it in writing that you're deciding to waive their inspection, because you may come back to them and say, you told me to do this. But the agents are obviously not going to be like, yeah, that's a good idea to waive your inspection. No. It's up to you. If you want to have a chance to win in this market, you might have to do that, or you might have to pay above a purchase price, even more so if you're going to try to waive your inspection. In a normal market, sellers do have an expectation that you as the buyer will have this contingency of an inspection. That's normal. I've been in the business almost 8 years. It's never been a point in my career that this is like a norm, what's happening the last few months. So this is just something that you will, normally you can just write in an inspection and the seller is going to understand that they're going to need to have someone come in and look at it. Not inspecting, or at least not having the purchase agreement contingent on having that inspection, meaning, hey, you could have the right to cancel this inspection based on no matter what you find. You don't like what you find in the inspection, boom, you can cancel. That's the contingency. Now, you could decide to do your inspection outside of a contingency and just learn about the house, because sometimes you want to know, is there electrical problems? Is there plumbing issues? What are these problems that, yes, I know the seller is not going to do anything for me because there's a line of people to buy this house, but at least I know about these items. I know about this. If this is ignored for a few more years, this could turn into a problem. And that's what inspectors usually find and do for you. So you could do that. It's up to you. You happen to have the choice in order to win. Maybe you don't have a choice, because sometimes you just got to throw caution to the wind in order to win. And like I said, buyers are having an inspector come with them to a showing. Some buyers waive their inspection if they've bought before, if they feel comfortable with what they're seeing. Maybe their dad's a contractor or home, handyman or something, and they don't care about having an official inspection. They can just do it all done in the showing. The biggest risks to waiving your inspection is that, hey, the home might have a giant problem with the foundation, a hazardous issue that won't allow it to be insured. So lead-based paint could be discovered. Things could be discovered that the insurance company's like, nope, can't do that. We got to fix that before you could get it insured. And it's going to cost you more money than you expected. And you didn't know about because you didn't inspect it officially. You have less legal contractual outs if something does come up prior to closing. You may not be able to discover unpermitted work or DIY projects that present safety problems for the buyer. You may not be able to do those things, and you may just have to inherit this house and discover those along the way. You aren't able to ask for repairs or replacements of expensive items that need those things. Like if a roof is bad, the furnace is old, there's a bad water heater. Again, you're just taking it as is almost at that point, and you won't be able to have the inspector find out if that corner over there is that moisture, is that mold potentially. Just have to take the seller's word for it and go with their disclosure, because if you don't have an inspection, you're going to get yourself into some of those problems potentially. So, hey, listen, getting a home inspection is a good idea. I suggest doing that. And even if your agent's saying you can't win this house without waiving your inspection, it is up to you to decide that thing. Yeah, sometimes the seller doesn't want you to waive their inspection. They say, go ahead and look at it. I don't want you to think that you don't have to have an inspection. I'm not worried about what you'll find. Write in an inspection. You might not be able to negotiate off of what you find from that. But again, doing an inspection, discovering things that you can then potentially ask the seller to clarify, that's part of it. Maybe that's not contingent on you closing or going to the closing table, but you at least have a chance to get it inspected, learn more about it. The seller will probably be okay with that, depending. All right, and then what else? All right, talk to your agent about the best way to approach writing an offer. Maybe you don't have to waive your contingency. Maybe you do. But again, your agent will be able to help you and guide you through that process. If you don't have an agent, well, hello, I'm Chad Eckert, and I work out of the 50th and France office in Edina, Minnesota. And my number's been scrolling across the bottom. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm happy to help you buy a house. You could sell your house, and you could expect the buyer to come in and write it without an inspection. And what do you do then? Let's talk about that. Call me 612-590-3090, or just join me every Friday morning here on the Facebook and YouTube channels that I run. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Again, I'll be back next Friday. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. See ya.